Good
In,
morning.
baby. It's a beautiful day to be
Isn't it beautiful
empowered.
today?
And we
It's so
are here
beautiful.
this morning, excited to be here. And I'm super glad, and I don't maybe say it often enough, but I love doing this with you ladies. And I'm so
I
glad
do
that
too.
we are here this morning and we get to do this together because
Exactly.
you know what? We were behind just for everybody else. We were behind the scenes just talking about life and how we're doing things and
Right.
God is blessing us and how God is showing us our gifts and how
Right.
your gifts make room for you. And what I realized is that even though we are coming here to say empower people who tune into the
Right.
show, we are in turn getting empowered ourselves to know
Exactly.
that God is a sustainer, He is a provider. He opens doors of opportunity. Sometimes you don't even know. People are talking about you in rooms you've never even been in. And so,
You
with
ain't
that
even
being
been at.
said, we have to be empowered ourselves in order to empower you to know that whatever goes on in
Right.
life, we have a choice to either move forward
Right.
or cut it loose. Because if it no longer serves you, then we're empowered enough to say that if I close this door, is because God has so many more doors open for us. God has even opened up a corridor with multiple doors. All we got to do is just walk down there and open one and say, here I am. I'm available to do this. Here I am at the next door. What
Right.
resources and opportunities are there? Here I am at the next door. Because like Sparkle said, with Amos, girl, why do
Nine,
I
13 through 15.
9:13 head swimming blessings? That's the life that we're living, lives of abundance. And so if you're connected to us, if we believe that thing for ourselves, we believe it for you too. So wherever you are in life, it's a shift in your mind to say that, you know what, God got me. And believe
Yes.
that. I don't care if it's a health challenge. I don't care if it's a relationship. I don't care if it's your finances. I don't care if it's your children. I don't care if it's your job or your career or business. Whatever it is,
Yep.
God got us. That should be, it should be so loud in your head. It should be on repeat. You know how you looking to listen to your favorite song? You're like, yeah, let me hear that again and again and
Right.
again. In
Yes.
your head, it should be like, God, get a beat. Miss Doris, baby, does beats and stuff.
Yeah.
Get you
Get a beat.
in
Yes.
your head that God got me. Whatever your beat may be to classical music, your beat may be to jazz music, your beat may be to rap music. Whatever your
Whatever
beat
your
is,
beat is.
let that be that God got me on
Yes.
repeat in your head all the time, so you know when somebody says something stupid to you, say it's okay because God got me.
Yes.
Somebody look at you crazy and try to trick you or try to get you or try to think they got you some kind of way. Look at them and smile sweetly because you know God got me.
Yes.
No
And you
weapon formed against me can prosper because God got
me.
me.
Yes.
Hey,
And
God has
when
given me
you
spirit.
realize who, like, if they coming for you, they coming for God. Like, if they coming at you, if they speaking on you, they speaking on God. if they're trying to hurt you, they speaking on God. You got to take it personal. Like this ain't me.
Right.
Are you saying that God makes mess? Because every time you put your tongue on me, you're putting your tongue on God. So when your body ain't lining up and it ain't healing, you like, I'm waiting on my healing. God, this body belongs to you. This is yours. This is your. So I know I'm not gonna walk around here sickly because this is your body.
Right.
Demand and decree, declare and decree. When I had this sciatic issue and I was down for a few months, I was like, the devil is a lie, because I will not be an invalid. I'm not spending my life in a wheelchair. I'm not going to have this pain forever. Body, get in alignment. Body, heal. Because God has said in the Bible, it says greater works than these. So if they were touching people and healing people back in the Bible, we should be able to touch and heal ourselves. Your body is self-healing. Regina, you better tell them how the body,
And it is, and I'm glad that you're talking about what you're saying when you were like you're saying you were laying in the bed. But you know what? We got to be very mindful of what happens or why these afflictions happen. You know what I'm saying? The greatest afflictions come with the greatest gifts. And so when you're doing the will and the move of the Most High God, you know what you have to know. You can't just be telling people anything. You had to know that pain. You had to know what it was to be in the bed and you couldn't get up. You had to know that you had to sit in a wheelchair. You had to know that you had to walk with a walker. You had to know every step in order for you to be how impactful that you are, what it is to be empowered. To be empowered was I was laying in this bed, but I was empowered because my mind said, I'm getting up out of here.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? There's a different level of empowerment.
Oh my God.
Because it's a refusal. You know how you say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of living an average life. No, this is not what God has demanded for my life. I will not be sitting in a wheelchair. I will not lack.
You have a choice.
God said that I will not lack. Like, it's a belief system that you have to get past you. You got. That's why he says, what do you see? If you see only this and don't see the real, what God shows you, his promises are yes and amen.
Yes.
And that settles it. That's the end of this discussion.
Point blank, period. The currency of the kingdom is abundance. God, Jesus said, I came that you may have life and have it more abundantly. That's the currency of the kingdom, is abundance in every area of your life. You should not lack for anything. And if you are, you need to start getting in alignment with the word and say, God already told me if Jesus came that I may have life and have it more abundantly. Why am I settling for foolishness and toxicity and dysfunction and living from check to check? Why am I doing that when I got so many gifts inside of me? And the reality of life is that people are getting paid to do a lot of things. You think that you have to go and clock in all the time? It's people out here who are organizing closets. There's people out here who are telling people how to go out here and do their resumes and how to,
there's always money
so
to
many
be made
things.
somehow, some way. There's never ever find an excuse how to make $1, okay? Because when you find an excuse how to make $1, that means you're lazy, you don't want to do nothing, okay? And you won't have nothing in your pockets. The loudest people are, sometimes the loudest people, what you need to do is check their pockets.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're the ones that are talking the most.
Yeah, but most of our lack is what we're thinking we lacking. It's really not a lack. You just think it's a lack.
To believe that you deserve everything God has for you.
Reverend Pat, when I say I know for sure, for a fact, that I deserve everything that God has for me. I don't, crumbs come to me. I want them too. I want the penny. If the pennies, they belong to me too. I'm not even giving up those pennies. No, I want them
not even
all of it.
They belong to me. So yes,
it's the mindset, everybody. And listen, let me get this comment from Reverend Pat. She said, we must stop equating abundance and prosperity with monetary things. If you are walking in the abundance of joy, peace, hope, and love, you are lacking nothing. And so let me add to that. It's the fact that when you walk in peace, when you walk in joy, when you walk in love, other things start attracting to you.
Yep.
It is shifting yourself to say that, you know what, when I wake up and like I'm going to go to sleep and it's going to be a good sleep. I'm not going to be tossing and turning
No, at
because
all.
I don't have anything to worry about. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to smile and I'm going to feel
Because
joy
that joy
in
alarm.
the morning because
That's
that's
it.
my life. That's what I'm claiming. And as I do that, things start happening. I'm telling y'all, just let me just tell y'all, even on the simplest form. Yesterday, day before yesterday, that night, my husband had a headache, and he doesn't have headaches all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, dang, let me get you some aspirin, or let me get you some, to take whatever. So when he got up in the morning, he was still kind of off a little bit. So he said, can you fix me some coffee? So we've got Rise, right? Most time he said, fix me Rise, but this time he said, no, I want some real coffee. I said, okay, great. Went downstairs and opened up my cupboard and said, oops, got to tell him we don't have any coffee, right? Dang, let me see. Okay, I know he don't want any tea. And I was like, and he said he didn't want the Rise. And so I was moving the thing around, girl. What about look in the back, whole pack of coffee? But it
No.
was
Sitting
covered
there.
by some other
Sitting
stuff.
there.
Whole
Sitting
thing
there.
of, so I said, to me, that is abundance because
Yes.
my need was fulfilled, even on the small level. We have to
Yeah.
be, Brother Pat, like you said, it's not about monetary things. It's
It's
that God
not.
supplies my needs, even on that small fact. Because I was like, dang, he asked me for it, and I want to make sure he has it because I know he wasn't feeling good.
Right.
I got that coffee, girl. Reached up and I kept thinking, and I promise y'all, I looked and I thought I moved stuff around and didn't see nothing. I was like, oh my God. And the next thing I know, I said, let me just move it
And
right
look, and
here.
God just said, put
Oh,
it right there. I'm
Yeah, you know
telling you,
what?
yeah.
God will just put it
Drop
right
it right
there.
there. Like
He
you
will
may not
put
have
it
seen
right
it, but when
there.
you went
I'm
back, it was
telling you.
there.
Thank you because
It happens
be
all the
crazy.
time. I'm
Honey,
getting
see,
so
that's
I
what
look,
excited
those are
because
the
that
things that
kind
are
of stuff.
happening in this time right now, Angela. So you have to
Yes,
know of
it
yes,
it, okay?
happens all the time.
yes.
I
So
can
let
be
me,
looking for something, and I'm like, where is that? And God will like, turn to the right. And it's right there. That's exactly what God does. He does not lack in any way.
No.
She did like
yes,
okay. And the thing is, if she would have gave up, if she would have gave up and said, shut the door and say, baby, I'm sorry, we don't got no coffee. You ain't getting no coffee. We don't have no coffee. But what she did was no, I'm gonna look around, I'm gonna figure out something. And God said, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Don't you just take the answer no.
Faith
You keep
without
on
works
looking.
is dead, and your faith kept working.
It's
it's
that faith. You keep on
about,
turning on it, and that faith keep going higher and higher.
Hello?
And God, and this is what we gotta understand about how God works. He ain't gonna let you outdo him. He was like, okay, if she gonna keep on going, and she gonna keep on going, I'm gonna keep on supplying. I'm gonna keep on supplying. I'm gonna keep opening
just keep
doors.
looking. I'm telling y'all, on the smallest level, y'all, I'm talking about coffee, but on greater levels, I'm telling you, it would be a diagnosis. They would tell you, and you will go back and they said, I don't even really know what's going on, but I don't see what I saw when I saw what I saw last time. It is
When I
not
saw
even
what I
there.
saw.
Exactly.
Then I go just going to the bank and saying, I ain't really got a lot of money. Somebody say, you know what? I've been looking at your account and you qualify for X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
It's going to be that you go to the job and you may be thinking like, you know what? Somebody just sent me something and said, I see you and I really like what you do. And I was just wondering, are you open for this opportunity over here? Because
Yes.
it should be in your mindset that
That's
I
how
don't
it's
care
flowing.
where I go, what I do, who I'm with. Somebody's going to grace me with something from God because
From
I
God.
believe abundance is with me. Goodness and mercy follows me all the days of my life. When I tell you that I walk in expectation, I
Exactly.
walk
Yes.
in
That I know
anticipation
God's
of
gonna
what
come
God
through.
is
I
going to
know
do,
it. I know He's gonna come through. I know He's not gonna leave me like that.
baby.
Baby, I just found some chicken in the freezer. We're trying to figure out what to cook.
The
The
supplier of
supplier
all
of
your
all my needs.
needs.
Supplier of all my needs. And not only that, yeah, like this morning, as I'm meditating and enjoying the moment, I go sit on the porch, y'all, and breathe in God's fresh air. Like breathe in God's fresh air. Look
Exactly.
down and look at the grass. Y'all, the grass keeps growing. It keeps on growing. It keeps on growing. I'm like, they just cut this grass, God. And he said, everything that you touch, everything that's surrounding around you is growing. It's going to grow. It's going to develop. Like, this is what we got to have. Our faith got to get that big that you got to know without a doubt. I no longer argue with you because I don't have to argue with nobody. I no longer try to defend myself because I know that God has me. He has me. He had me when I was a little girl. When he birthed me, he had me in every area of my life. He has me. If he will supply coffee, you think he's not going to supply food?
Exactly.
You think he's not going to provide everything that you need? Stop being shocked when God makes a way out of no way. I try to not be shocked, but it's so, it blows my mind every single time what his abundance looks like.
Right.
Let your faith be bigger than your fear. I'm
telling you, I said I walked outside on my porch and breathed God's fresh air. How much did it cost me to breathe his air?
Nothing.
You know what? This is the stage
Just
that
like
I'm
it
in
don't
my
cost.
life right now. That nothing throws me off. You know, it used to be where it would be raining. I'd be like, dang, it's raining. Now I'm like, oh, the rain. Oh, I love the cloudy day. I love hearing the rain outside or smelling, having my windows open and smelling the rain. You know, there's nothing that's going to take me off course. I'm not getting ready to be upset about anything. If something happens, okay, it did. But God has not blocked me. Just because things happen, the enemy will put things in your pathway to distract you and take you off course. But if you already know that you're a winner, if you already know that you're victorious, if you already know that you can claim being triumphant, then stop allowing things, great or small, to deter you. Because at the end of the day, we're going to live life to whatever time God says it's the end. And until then, you keep living, because this is the thing. Even with bad diagnosis, you go to somewhere, you know, and go to the doctor and they say, you know what, I'm sorry, there's nothing else we can do. But do you know how many people have heard that and they're still here? So my thing is, we got to shift. You may say you don't know, but guess what? I don't either. But I'm gonna keep living. I'm gonna keep enjoying life. I'm gonna keep going out here eating my dinners that I like. I'm gonna keep going out here enjoying my friends and family. I'm gonna keep pursuing the gifts and the talents and the things He's given me. I'm gonna keep enjoying, you know, listening to rain or sipping on a cup of coffee or breathing in air or taking a drive and looking at the mountains of the countryside. Whatever it is that gives you joy, keep enjoying that. Don't let it stop because something came up. Don't let it stop because you didn't like the report. Don't let living stop because living is here and it's now. And we've got to take advantage of it and know that God got me regardless, baby, to the last breath I take. If I close my eyes in 15 minutes and it's the last one, guess what?
But he still got you. When you close your eyes, he still got you.
Me.
He still has you. He's still gonna keep you. He's still gonna provide. Even you telling me, I mean, people gotta understand that God has you so much fully. You're his responsibility. You belong to him. Like let's break it down. You're God's responsibility. As a mother, you know we take responsibility to another degree.
What you talking about?
We might not have the fancy shoes when we couldn't provide at the time when money was challenged, but we made sure them kids had shoes on their feet.
Oh, definitely. I didn't give a dang how I look as long as mine were looking clean.
As long as them kids was still had shoes on their feet. You would wear them flip-flops until they flopped
the
out.
99 cent, baby.
I know, Old Navy. I had every
beauty of the thing is, if as a mother, because Alexis and Alana can't tell me nothing that I'm not gonna break whatever needs to be broken to make sure they have it.
And
My
they
thoughts
still,
are
they're
always
grown now. And
my
you still
thoughts
feel
are
that way.
always on them. We were out shopping the other day, and I was like, my baby has dogs, and I said, get this for her because she needs this for these dogs. My mind has always stayed on them. Wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, if they were called to tell me they need whatever, you don't think I'm gonna make that happen for them? If I do that for
Hello.
my children, you don't
If
think
we
God
do
is
it
gonna
for
do that
our
at a
children,
greater level? Come on now. Miss Patricia said the rain is my drops of blessings coming to me. It's how
drops
Yes.
of
you
blessing.
perceive things. When God rains down, you just
Yeah.
like, girl, the blessings are out here for me. God is making the
And I'm
atmosphere,
telling
honey.
you, rain
He's
down on me.
yes,
Like, you got to pull
rain
them on
down on me.
down. Pull
But
them
guess what,
down.
honey? Therefore, I say to you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink,
That's
nor about
right.
Yep.
your body. Baby, you better come on. Read the whole scripture. Consider the lilies of the field. It is the fact that God is a provider. The trees, the
A
grass,
full
Everything.
provider.
they're
He
not
controls
working.
A
everything. Once you realize that you're not
provider.
in control of anything, you'll have a lot more peace
Yes,
because you're not controlling
yes,
nothing. You're not in control of
And,
anything.
and
of anything.
but that's the problem. We don't know how to take that control hat off. Put the control hat up. When you
Yeah.
release your control because you want to control how everything happens, when it happened, where it happened, where we doing, how, like, let it go.
Let it go.
Surrender. I'm telling you, surrender. And this is the thing about it. People feel like in surrendering, you gain so much more. You think that you're giving up something. You're
You ain't
actually
getting nothing.
gaining peace of mind. You're actually
Yes.
gaining joy. You're
You
actually
gaining.
gaining a sense of knowing that it's all well with my soul. However it happens, we put so much worry, even like, when the planes were just crashing here recently and people were worried about, oh, I don't know if I should take that
I
flight
can't
because,
fly, can't travel.
it might crash. And you can just as easily get stung by
You know
a
how many
bee and don't know you got
car wrecks
car
happen?
wrecks are more frequent than plane crashes.
You don't
Yes.
know the day or the time or the hour.
You don't, and you can't be worried
And
about that.
stop
You're
You
not
just
even
gotta
gonna know when. I
live.
always tell people all that all the time. Even if you did get a diagnosis, if you don't, you're not going to know. When
You're
God
not gonna
decides to
know.
take you, He just takes you. You're not even gonna know when He take your last breath.
And
It's
you
the
know,
first thing I
and
say
how
to
we know
somebody.
that for sure, Regina? You know
Huh?
how many people are dying and they just died? Like, they was here
I was just
today,
getting ready to
they
say,
was
you got one
healthy.
person who got a diagnosis that we give you 3 months, and somebody else has got nothing wrong with them and dies in a car crash in the next day. You can't say
Nope.
one way or the other when it's going to happen because guess what? From babies to people who are 105 years old, everybody dies at some
Everybody.
point. Even little babies die. And with that being said, you got to know that there's no timetable to tell you that you're going to go here or you're going to go there. Or if you do this, you're going to die. Or if you do that, it's so many things. But at the end of the day, guess what? You're still going to die. So if you want to drink that Coke, if you want to go out here and bungee jump, if you want to go and do whatever you want to do, go ahead and live your life because it's going to happen regardless.
Right.
Enjoy the life that you have. But
And
stop
just, but
sitting on the
also
sidelines
explain
too.
for them too. We have a free will.
Yes,
There's that
yes,
free will, but it's the choice of how you live that life.
yes,
Like we can enjoy your life, which is wonderful, but that choice also could come with consequences. So choose your consequences of
yes,
what you benefit in the long run.
yes. Life is
And I
about
want to live your
choices.
life, but stop putting a price tag on everything.
Yes.
Stop putting monetary, like everything. Well, I can't do that because it's going to cost me too much. Oh, I can't do that. God, like, you know what? I'm not even gonna give it to you because you already said I can't. Like you put, oh, I can't go there. Oh, I can't do that. He ain't even gonna open the doors for you because your mindset is already, I can't do that because I don't have the money to do that. Oh, I can't do that because I don't have the money to do
Right.
that. So he like,
It's not about I
you
can't.
don't, you
It's
don't,
like, you know,
you
when
don't.
you
Your mindset
exactly.
got to give God room to bless you. You got to
But
give him the
you have
room.
to even with that, the caveat is, as you're saying, I can't do this because I don't have that. Then stop and think, what do you need to do so that you can have?
Exactly.
Work on that credit.
What do you need
Work
to
on
work on?
work
Thank
on
you.
putting
Stop saying I
instead of that
can't do this X,
cheeseburger.
Y, and
Right.
Z. Stop
It's a
saying I
choice.
can't when how can I make it happen?
Yes.
What do I need to do for myself? Stop procrastinating. Stop
Exactly.
spending money on frivolous foolishness. Stop whatever. Miss Carolyn said, honey, this is why we should endeavor to live your best life and live life doing your best.
That's
Every
right.
day.
Period. It is about choices. And sometimes you can't do this because you did too much of the stuff that you didn't need to be doing to begin with. You
Exactly.
should
Yes.
have done that. But because you out here, doing some other stuff that's not conducive to setting
Your
yourself up in a
growth.
good way. Good morning, Lorinda. Miss Penny. And Miss Penny, good
Yeah.
morning.
I'm
Why
telling you.
would God open a door he knows you won't walk through?
That you
Right.
know you won't walk. No, you won't walk through. I mean, and not only that, y'all, you know how much a nice nature walk costs you?
Girl,
Zero.
let me tell you something. Mr. Lewis took me and Alana. We went and got something else out there. We went and got something to eat. He took us to a little Mexican restaurant we had never been to, and he loved it. So he was like, I want y'all to try it. After that, he said,
That's
okay,
something
so go with me
yours.
somewhere
Everybody
else. So we
loves
went to
something.
this place. He said, we're going to walk this off, right? And I saw people sitting on the grass and doing their little picnics. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't take the time to do that. Why do I
Right.
not take the time to do that? Because it
Why
looks
don't
so
I?
nice and peaceful. So in your life, there are so many things out here, but you're so busy hustling and bustling and grinding and
Right.
getting out the mud that you don't take time to sit back and enjoy the beauty that is out there. And
Yes.
get you a blanket and find you a piece of grass. It can be in your backyard. It can be at the park. It can be so
Exactly.
good,
Sit
but
on
find
your
you
back
something to
porch.
or sit on your back porch. But let's learn to embrace simple things so
Yep.
that you can appreciate the bigger things later. But when you can get to a place where Paul says, I'm content no matter what.
No
I
matter
am
what.
content sitting on my back porch, sipping a cup of coffee. I am content going to the park, spreading out a blanket and looking at the people
Yes.
just walking around, walking their dogs or
Yeah.
laughing and having conversations. I'm content. Even when I'm in my house, they were all gone this past weekend. And I was like, you know what? I had a spirit of let me put my music on and clean up
Exactly.
And just
and just
and
enjoy
just
the
enjoy
day.
it. I'm
Find your joy.
Angela. I have picked up this new habit of giving myself a pedicure.
Okay.
Like I still go to the salons every once in a while, but I have adapted to this sitting there in the living room in the cool air with my feet soaking, y'all. I'm
Mhm.
telling you, a soak and then go back and put some more hot water in it. It is the most relaxing.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
know it
gosh,
is.
it's just therapeutic. Like you're enjoying the moment. And
Right.
I never, like, I always thought, oh, I gotta go get a pedicure. Oh, I gotta go get a pedicure. Sit in that living room and put your feet in a bucket. and
Enjoy the soak. Enjoy
Right.
the water on your toes. Honey, Miss Penny said, I do this every day. God's simple pleasures. I enjoy how the birds and rabbits come in
Right.
fellowship with me while I sit in God's glory.
in
I'm
his
telling
Mm-hmm.
y'all,
glory.
there's nothing like that to absorb the peace that comes with
All
being in
that.
nature, to
Yes.
absorb how God is still blessing you, even when things you don't even know how you're going to work it out. But if you sit there, if you keep looking, if you stay the course, He's going to provide. But I found this lady the other day, somebody had shared something with me, and I sent this one to the ladies here in our group chat. You can't become her with habits that betray her.
Oh,
Yes. That
Do you know how
betray her.
powerful that
right.
is? Your habits can take you in one direction
Yeah.
or the other.
Yeah.
And if you're wanting to become a better version of yourself, start developing those habits that are going to help her become who she's supposed to be rather than betray her.
Yes.
Because you can be out here, some of us think that retail therapy is it, but if retail therapy keeps you on edge all the time of how you're going to pay your rent, how you're going to pay your car note, You live in check to check. I can't never go out and go do what other people do because I don't ever have the money. Look at your habits.
Right.
$5, $10 a check or whatever, putting it away. My dad used to tell me when I was a little girl, you save that money. And it took me a long time because I was like, I don't want to save mine. I got things I want to do with my stuff,
Yeah.
right? But that habit,
Yeah.
had
That
I started
habit.
then, oh my God, how much further ahead I would be. It
Right.
is the habits that betray us that causes the headaches and the anxiety and the depression because you keep doing things that are not going to serve you well. But if you start doing some habits now, I don't care if it's working out 15 minutes a day.
Girl, just
Small
dance in the
things
mirror.
add
Like
up.
That's it.
dance.
That's
Small things
movement.
because we
Move.
think in our mind it has to be so big and so fabulous. It's the small things that shift you to where you're becoming. Uh, Run Past it, baby, because Run Pat has the best music playlist ever. She said the cleanup playlist, Aretha, Frankie Beverly and Maze is mine, Run Pat. I love Frankie Beverly and Maze, baby. You can put it on, baby, and I can get,
Oh
get
yeah.
all things done.
And
Anita Baker, The Temptation. Look, Clorox and dancing, have myself a good time. It's free therapy. Come on, y'all.
free. It costs her nothing. And I'm telling you, dancing to your own beat. Like, like, even if you don't have the music, I'm telling you, if you don't have no music, dance to your own beat instead of swallowing in a beat that don't do you no good. Find you a beat. Find you a purpose. Find your inner. It's that inner self that is saying, please satisfy me. Please pay
Yeah.
attention. Pay attention to me. That inner loves you too. That inner needs you. That inner wants to spend some time with you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
give it its time, because I'm telling you, when you start focusing on that inner and that inner start feeling good and making room for that abundance,
Right.
that's where that abundance life comes.
The abundant life will come to you, but you got to be positioned to receive it and to understand and want it, and then see it in anything. You know how sometimes you
Anything.
can look at little kids and you can just, it makes you
Oh my
laugh
God.
because
Yeah.
they're so precious, and you just start, it makes you feel good because you're like, oh, look at them over there.
Yes.
You can find joy in anything, but you got to have your eyes open to receive it and to see it. Let me say this because I know it's time to go. Reverend Pat said, find you a song and hum it to yourself. I'm
And hum
telling
it
y'all,
to
you can
yourself.
enjoy anything, and you can enjoy the process of cooking. You can enjoy the process of cleaning. You can enjoy the
Right.
process of running a bath. You know what I'm saying? It's so
Just
many things you can
enjoy.
take pleasure
All
in.
that.
But let me go back and say this. Tomorrow is Friday. And guess what? We have a special guest, Miss Lorinda Nichols, who is in the comments. Miss Penny will be here with us tomorrow. So we're going to have a great conversation. I'm telling y'all, make sure you tune in. Make sure you invite somebody else. Make sure Cynthia Lewis says, honey, my new relaxed place is putting my puzzle together in the quiet of my home.
Yes, and
Come
it's
on.
beautiful.
Find
Putting her.
joy in some things that you enjoy doing. It doesn't have to be a team sport.
No.
Sometimes you need to learn how to enjoy being by yourself. So many of us
Yes.
run from our own company, but sometimes it can just be cut off everything. Get you
Yeah.
something simple like a puzzle, or even a crossword puzzle, or something, taking up crocheting or knitting. Find
Yes.
just something that maybe you never knew was going to be your space to
Yeah.
think and to enjoy and to be at peace and to believe that the abundance of God is for you.
You. It's for the abundance of God is for you. Like, that is a note to leave. I just have to, Cynthia, when she's putting those puzzle pieces together, she's putting part of her back together. Like, she's putting things together. God didn't just have her pick up puzzles for a reason. She's putting these pieces God is putting these pieces back together so that when she look at it, she will see who God has turned her into. This is who she's becoming those puzzle pieces that used to be scattered all over the place, but now they're put together.
Yes. And that's why she's enjoying doing it, because whereas before she was all over the place, it's coming together.
It's
And so
coming
that's why
together.
it's coming together in the physical. So now she can see that that's why she takes so much joy, because her life has came together. So now every time she puts a puzzle piece together, it's a reminder that what God is doing for me.
Yeah, and it's a calm, like it's a calm place. It's a calm, nurturing place in life. Yeah, this has been good. You know what? We always say, Holy Spirit, have your way. We
Baby,
might have one agenda.
I'm
We'll
sure
have one agenda.
for us. But listen, this is the time, because we are over. Miss Phyllis already gave the benediction. Come on, Sparkle, close it out.
I believe God. Do you believe God? We believe God. We believe God. We believe God. Have a blessed one. Come back tomorrow, because it only get what grandmama say, better and better.
Better and better. I love y'all. Love you.
Love you.